Hi, my name is Kristen S., and today I am going to talk to you about triggers. To start, what is a trigger? Lacey Phillips, the founder of To Be Magnetic, states that triggers are elevated emotional reactions that indicate where we are experiencing pain, shame, or insecurity. She claims that these things come up because it's the universe's way of letting us know where we still have work to do. So how is this relevant in the concept of an affair within your marriage? Well, I know for me personally, after my affair, there were a lot of new triggers that were coming up, things that were bothering me that had never bothered me before. One example of this is I was in a diner and the waitress came up and asked me for my order. And afterwards she said, what kind of toast do I want? Do I want white, wheat, rye, or sourdough? And sourdough bread is actually a trigger to me coming out of my affair. And when she said that, I immediately started spiraling and having ruminating thoughts, and my whole mood just turned dark for the rest of the day. The thing about triggers is you can't avoid them. So you have to start to learn how to deal with them, or else you risk them ruining your day all the time. So how should you be handling triggers? Well, the first thing to do is to acknowledge that you've been triggered. For instance, when she said sourdough bread, I should have taken a moment to take a step back and say, I recognize that I've been triggered. However, I'm strong and I can work through this. And once you've acknowledged that you've been triggered, there's a lot of different methodologies you can use to try to let that go. One methodology is breath work. So a very simple thing you can do is try a balanced breathing exercise. So an inhale to a count of 4 and an exhale to a count of 4. You can repeat this 10 times and then go back into your day and see how you're feeling. Another thing that you can do is try a mantra. For instance, repeating a phrase, something like, I am strong and I can work through this, and continuing to repeat that phrase to yourself in order to try to let the emotion go and pass through. Prayer is also a great option if you're religious. You can try to let it go to God, giving the trigger to God and asking Him to help you work through it. Probably the most effective methodology, though, is journaling. And I know we don't always have a pen and paper right at our disposal, but we all have an iPhone in our pocket. And it's helpful just to take out a note and write down when you were triggered, what happened, and how you felt afterwards. You can use this to reflect back and see, okay, how can I work through these triggers as they come up? Now, all of this information is available in the blog post, along with supplemental information and reading on triggers. The key thing to remember is that everybody is different. Everyone's going to react differently, and you have to figure out what components work for you to work through triggers and try to heal from them.